So today we will cover a project that is Smart Home Automation Simulator project. Okay, so this will be related to our home appliance, right? There will be different rooms, there will be different devices. For them we are having a one simulator so that we can adjust them accordingly from the one app. Okay, from one device, one app. So this will be the, let's say this will be the GUI. Okay, let me show you. We are having rooms, right? We are having kitchen, we are having living room, and we are having the devices accordingly. For this kitchen we are having light, we are having thermostat, right? And we are having the status as it on or off, the what is the brightness. We have options to turn it off, turn it on. We are having the option to change the brightness, right? Same with the thermostat. We are having the status, we are having the temperature. We can turn it off or on, right? We can change the temperature. And there is one event logger. Okay, we can see the events here in this box, right? So this will be our project. We can add more rooms here. Let's say we want to add drawing room, we want to have a lobby, right? So we can add it here. Accordingly we can add the devices also, right? Let's say we want to add a camera, so we can add it. Okay, and for different room we are having different list of devices. That is light can be there, thermostat can be there, camera can be there, fan can be there, right? So this will be our project. Okay, and before starting, what are the prerequisites? What are the prerequisites for this project? So basically this is the best project for oops. Okay, oops plus design patterns plus solid principles. Okay, solid principles, and this will be the best project to add in your resume. Now let's start. What are the prerequisites? Prerequisites will be like Java should be 23 plus. Okay, Java version should be 23 plus. And what next? We are using JavaFX. Okay, JavaFX for GUI. For GUI we should download the version 21 or 24. I have downloaded the 24 version. From where we can download? Here is the website. This link I will provide you. Okay, and we are having the different versions. I downloaded this 24 version. Okay, and if you are having Mac, you can download according to your Windows system, either it's Linux or Mac or Windows, right? After downloading you will be having some files, let's say. Okay, so after downloading you will be having the files library. Okay, within that you are having some Java files. Now these you need to add in your Eclipse. Okay, how you can add it? Let's say you are having this project. Now right click, then go to build path, add libraries. Okay, in that user library, next user libraries, add new, let's say JavaFX library. Okay, this is the name. After the name you need to add the external jars. Okay, external jars. Then what? This is the lib, right? Now you need to select each and every jar file here. I think it's 11. Yes, 11 are there. So select all of them, open, apply and close. Okay, so this is the library. Okay, this is finished, right? After that you need to again click on this, right click again, build path, then configure build path. Now this comes under the class path. Okay, now you need to move it into the module path. That's it. After that you can use it. Okay, and how to create the project? You can simply go to here, project, this JavaFX project. Okay, next, and you can give the location, the name, and finish, right? That's it. And one more thing, you need to add one more solution, we can say. Okay, so here you need to under the market place, you need to search for fx. Okay, fx, search for this, go. So you need to install this application. Okay, this plugin, right? So for me it's already installed. You can install it from here, right? So after these configuration, you will be able to run your project. Okay, now I will show you the code afterwards. First, let me explain what we are doing here. So these are the prerequisites. Now let's move to the project. So in this project, basically what we are doing, this is a modern feature rich project that let users simulate controlling and managing smart devices like let's say lights are there, thermostat, fans, or security cameras, right? Like a virtual home within a single application, right? So this project is an excellent demonstration of oopsconcept, design patterns, software system design, okay, making it both educational and appealing on the resume. So this will be the best code for your resume. Okay, now how this project will work. Now we have covered some oopsconcept, right? In the previous lectures we have covered oopsconcept, solid principles, design patterns, right? So what should be the flow? So here is the flow. We will be having one main method. See, if you see here, we are having one main class. This whole will be the main class, right? This whole GUI will be the main class. Under main class we are having rooms, right? We are having kitchen. Let me write it. We are having main. After that we are having the rooms, right? Rooms are there, either kitchen, either living room, right? After that, what room can have? Room can have the devices, right? Devices can be there, devices, right? It can be like light, thermostat, okay, thermostat. So this will be the flow. We are having main class, we are having the rooms, okay, and inside room we are having the list of devices, that it can be either light, it can be either thermostat. Okay, so light again can have its own configuration. Let's say the state will be there, brightness will be there, right? Brightness will be there, the name, the location, which room it belongs to, right? Location. So this is the high level design, high level flow. Okay, this will be the flow. We will be creating a one main function. After that we will be creating a room, that will be a model, and we can create the concrete rooms after that, right? This will be the interface. We can create kitchen from this, we can create living room from this, right? We have covered these things in the previous lectures. You can see the recordings, you can see the previous lectures. Okay, so this is how we will create the rooms, creating interface. After that the concrete methods, kitchen and the living room. Same with the devices, we will create the interface for the device, the model for the device, right? After that, not the interface, we can say we will create the models, okay, because we will be having some definitions also, right? So devices, we can create the light, we can create the thermostat. Okay, so this will be the basic flow. Now let's see here, we are having the main app, we are having the list of rooms. Okay, after that, in the room, what we can have the string, the name of the room, either it's a kitchen or it's a, let's say, washroom, or it's a living room, right? And the devices, the list of devices for each room, correct? We can have the light, we can have the fan, we can have the AC. So these are the list of devices. Again, for devices we can have a separate model, right? And within the devices we can have the name, we can have the location, we can have the state. That means the name of the device, that is either it's a light, it's a fan, the location, which room it belongs to, either it's a kitchen light, either it's a room light, correct? State, this will tell us the state, either it's on or off, correct? So these are some concrete method, the classes, okay, concrete classes, light, thermostat, security. Now here what we are doing, see, if you want to check the relation, what is the relation between these two? We are having the devices, we are having the light, they are inheriting the devices, right? This will be the parent class, right? These will be the child class. So we can say inheritance is happening here. Inheritance is happening here. Correct. And what is the relation between these two? Room and devices. Now room has a set of devices, right? Has a. That means aggregation is there. Correct. So this is the relationship. Inheritance is a relationship and aggregation has a relationship. The room has a list of devices. The room has a device. Correct. So I have covered all these things in the previous lectures of this playlist. Okay. So this will be the basic flow, right? It seems easy. Correct. Now how we can code? It's easy, right? Let's see the structure first. So in the main function, what we will have? We will be having the UI and the high level application logic. We will be holding a list of rooms. Correct. Kitchen will be there, living room will be there, and within the room what we will have? It will represent the home location, either it's a kitchen or the living room. Aggregates a list of devices, right? I've showed you here. The room will have the list of devices, has a relationship, right? Okay, correct. After that, device, this will be the abstract base class. It will have some definitions, right? Define the attributes, let's say name, location, state. Okay, these will be there. Common methods will be there. Turn off, turn on, and get the status. Get the status of the device, either it's on or off, right? And the name of the device will be there, either it's a light, fan, anything. Location, which room it's belong to. The state, right? Either it's on or off. So has 3 concrete subclasses. In this project we will be creating light, thermostat, and security camera. Okay, but we are following what? Open and close principle, right? So if we want, we can create the new classes also, new devices also, without modifying these existing classes. Okay, open to extension and close to modification. Okay, this is the principle. Again, we have covered these in the previous lectures. Close to modification, right? So open and close principle is applicable here. Light, thermostat, security camera, these 3 devices we will create. Okay, now again one more thing. Each room will have its own set of devices. Okay, let's say kitchen will have the light, and what else? Thermostat. Okay, thermostat. And let's say living room will have the camera also. Light, right? Light. So each room will have its own set of devices. Now let's see the flow. So this is the UI. Okay, from here we will be creating the room, we will be adding the devices. Correct. So it will be having the main method. Okay, main method I will show you. Then the device control, device specific controls, buttons. So this is basically the UI only. Okay, we will, what we can see here, we can see the list of devices, right? These are the list of devices. Light, thermostat, we are having the list of rooms, right? And for each room we are having the list of devices. Correct. And this is the notification center, we can say. Here we will be having the events, list of events. Correct. I showed you the example. Okay, so this is the event notification. Now what are the design patterns applied? We have applied the factory, the observer, and the state. Okay, so these two we have covered. State is simple only. We will be having the different class for different state. Let's say we are having state on and off, right? So we will be having a different class for this on, for this off. This is what state. It is similar only. Okay, so for scalability, all devices object, these are the devices, can be initiated through a factory class if added later for the dynamic device creation. So these are the theory, you can check it out. Okay, so where we are applying this observer, we are generating the events, the notification, right? What is the role of this observer pattern? If anything is changing, we should notify, right? That's what we are doing here. State, we are maintaining the internal state of the devices, on state, off state. Okay, switching between the states without modifying the device logic. And we are also maintaining the solid principles. Again, we have covered in the previous lectures these solid principles. Single responsibility, each class should have a single purpose to modify, right? So open and close, open to extension, close to modification. Okay, list of substitution, any device reference can hold any device subclass object. We will see in the object in the code. Interface aggregation, devices only expose method relevant to their role. Dependency injection, we will be using the constructor injection also. The UI interacts with the abstract devices, not the concrete implementations. Okay, so these are some key methods. You can use them to explain it to your interviewer. Okay, in your interview, or to add some features in your resume, you can use these notes. Okay, I will provide them in the description. Okay, so let's start with the code. So we are having the main method. Okay, in this we will be creating the rooms, we will be adding the libraries. So this is the main method. We will see this afterwards. Okay, how we are compiling everything. Let's start with the room. So room is there, we are having what? For the room we should have one name should be there, and the list of devices, correct. And what else? A method should be there to add device, correct. And the getters and setters for this, for these, right. So these things should be present in the room. Okay, room will be the model. Okay, so let's create this first. Okay, let's move to the code. So here, so this is the best practice, right? You should create a different package for different functionality. Let's say for the devices, I have created a package devices, you can see here. Okay, where I will be having everything related to the devices, correct. And we are having one different model package in which I will be having the room. One application package is there in which I will be having the main function, main method, right. So 3 packages are there. Now this is the main method. I will come to this afterwards. First, make the room. Okay, so this is the room. As I said, we will be having the name. Okay, name will be there for the room. After that, the list of devices, correct. List of devices is there for a room. And these are this is the constructor. We are setting the name. Okay, we are using dependency injection here. Okay, constructor injection. And what else? We are having the getters for this name and the devices, right. This is the getter method. For the name, we are returning the name, and the name for the getter of the name is get name. For the devices, get devices, we are returning the list of devices, this one, correct. Let me zoom it, correct. After that, we are having one method for adding the devices. We are passing the device. It can be anything, it can be light, it can be fan, correct. In the main function, we will be calling like this, add device, and device will be the D. Okay, so I will show you one thing here. So here is the example. See, here is the example. We are making a kitchen. Okay, a type of room kitchen equal to new room kitchen. So it will come here, set the name of kitchen. Okay, kitchen name is set. After that, we are adding a device, new device. We are adding new light. Okay, so this is the light constructor. We will see this afterwards. So basically we are adding here adding light and thermostat, right. So you can see here we are adding device using the add device method. We are adding light, we are adding thermostat. Okay, so using this method we will be adding devices in the list. So this is the simple model of the room. Okay, so this is clear. So room is done. Okay, a model is there for the room, okay, in which we will be maintaining the name of the room, either it's kitchen or the living room or anything, and the list of devices. If you see in the code, in the main method, first we are adding the kitchen, then we are adding the living room, right? And for both of them we are passing the name and we are passing the devices, correct? So the room is done. After that, again we have mentioned room will have the devices, okay. So let's move to the device. What our device should look like? It should have a, see, for a device, what should we have? We should have a name, of course name should be there. What else? We should have a location, okay, which room it belongs to, either it's belong to the kitchen, it's belong to the living room, right? And the state, either it's on or off, okay. Again, for this we will be having a different interface, okay. The type for this will be, let's say, device state. It will be type of device state. This will be the interface. Let me write it here, device state. This is basically the state pattern, okay. This will be the interface. And what are the states we are having? We are having on state, off state, right? Off state, okay. So we will be having this interface and these concrete classes, okay. Some method is there, let's say status. We will provide the status as on. Here the status will be off. These are the methods, okay. These are the methods we will be providing the implementation of, right? This is what state pattern, okay. So three things we are having. After that, one more thing, right? If you see here, we are having the events, right? Events for the devices. If we are changing anything in the device, it should print the logs, the events. So for that also we will be having one more variable, that is event, okay. Event. What else? The status, right? Get status. So that's it, I guess, okay. For the devices we should have these things, okay. Now the device can be anything, right? So it can be light also, it can be fan also, it can be the thermostat, okay, thermostat. So this will be the abstract class, and we will be implementing this, okay, not implementing, extending this, and this light, fan and thermostat, okay. Basically this will be the child, this will be the parent, correct. And we will provide the definitions for the same, for the name, for the location, for the state, okay, for the event, for the status. So everything we will provide according to the devices, okay. So let's see this. Let's complete the code for this device, okay. Device, okay. Where is the device? Here in the device package we are having this device, okay. As I mentioned, we should have a name, we should have a location, we should have a state of type device state. Now what is this device state? Let's check this out. This is basically the interface, okay. Interface with a method, abstract method, status, right? And there will be two states, on and off. Let's see this. This is the off state, okay. We are providing the implementation of this abstract method status, okay. Implementing this interface. So the status is off here, right? And for the on state it will be having on, correct, okay. So you can make the use of this state pattern like this, the interface and the concrete classes, which will be having the definitions for each state, right? So this is the state. It can be on, it can be off, right? After that, the event, last event, we should print the last event. Okay, so here we are having the constructor injection. Devices is there. This is what? Constructor, and this is the constructor injection, right? Constructor injection. Okay, we are injecting the dependencies using the constructor. So this dot name equal to name, this dot location equal to location, this dot state equal to new off state. Initially if we are applying something, if we are, let's say, creating new light, then the initial thing will be the off, state will be the off. Okay, initial, right? And we will use this constructor in the subclasses, in the child classes. Okay, now we should have the getters and setters for these, correct? So let's say for adding the event, we can have the method add event. Okay, add event, and we can simply add the event. This we will be adding from the main method. Okay, I will show you later on. Then we are having the getters for the name. We are simply returning the name. We are having the getters for the location. We are simply having the returning the location. For the state, we are returning the state. This is the type. This is the type of device state. Okay, and we are having one more method, that is get state. It will tell the status of current state, right? Current state. Either it will tell what? It will return the on or off state, not the status, right? It will return the reference of this object, right? And get status will tell the status, either it's off or on. Okay, so that's it. This is the simple device model. Okay, so this is the abstract class and the model for the device, right? Now we will be having different devices. Let's say light, thermostat and all. Let's say here we are having the device. Okay, now we are having light, we are having thermostat, we are having security camera. These all will be the child class of this device, of this abstract class. Okay, so it will be having all of these features, right? These features, the name, location, state, event, get status, right? We should provide the definition, the implementation for all of these, correct? But without after these, can we have more things? If you see here, we are having the brightness level, right? That is not in the device, correct? That is not in the device. So this is the device specific property. In this, brightness is there, in this temperature is there, right? Temperature. So there are some device specific properties. We will add them in the device object. Okay, let's do it. So for the light, what we will have? These things, right? Name, location, state, event, get status. These things will be there. Additionally we will be having the brightness. One variable brightness will be there for each light, and the getters and the setters for this. Get brightness, okay, and set brightness, from where we will be setting the brightness. If you see here, we are having this scroll bar, right? This thing we are having for setting the brightness level. Okay, we can change it, correct? So what we are calling? Internally we are calling the set brightness method. Okay, how? I will show you in the main method. After creating this light, I will show you the main method, how we are creating the device, how we are changing the brightness or changing the state, and how we are getting the events. Okay, so additionally brightness will be there. Anything else will be there or not? Yes, we will be having the methods, right? Methods will be there. Turn on, right? Turn on, turn on the light, turn off, right, turn off the light. So internally it will be calling what? It will be calling the on state, right, on state, the object of the on state, right, the object of the on state. It will provide the status on, and here it will call the object of off state. It will give the status as off. Correct? Correct. Okay, so this is clear. Anything else will be needed for the slide? No. Okay, and then we will be having these properties also. So let's see the light. Where is light? Here is the light. Okay, so light extending the device. Okay, this will be the child class, device will be the parent class, right? And this is the device specific property, the brightness. After that, what we are having? Constructor. In constructor, what we are having? Calling the parent constructor. And in the parent constructor, what we are doing? We are setting the properties, right? Setting the fields. Where is it? If you see here, we are setting the properties, the name, location, and the state, right? So if we are creating the light, we are giving this name, the location. It will directly come to this device and set the name. Set the name of the device, set the location of the device, and the state, that is off. Okay, so this is clear. We are setting the name and the location. Okay, afterwards, what we are doing? We are having the methods, right? Methods turn on, turn off, and we are creating on state. So the status will be on, right? In the on state, what we are having? We are having the status as on. Okay, so we are creating the object of this on state, and we are adding the event light turned on. Okay, so if I start this, then if I changing the, let's say, anything, this turn on, then I will be getting the event. Okay, I will be getting the event. Okay, if I turn it off, again I am getting the event. If I change the brightness, again I am getting the trigger, getting the event. Okay, so that's it, where we were, and the light. Okay, this is the turn on, this is the turn off, opposite of turn on. Okay, we are adding the event light turned on, off. Then we are having the getters and setters for this brightness. As I mentioned, in the getter we will simply return the brightness. In the setter, what we are having? We are setting this brightness equal to value, and the event brightness set to the value. See, if anything is changing, we are turning it off, we are turning it on, or we are changing the brightness. At each trigger, we are adding the event, right? We are adding the event. Same is happening here. If we are changing anything, we are getting a new trigger, right? Okay, so this is the functionality. And in the last, we are having the get status. It will return what? State dot status. Let's say if we turned it on, then the state will be what? It will be object of on state, and in the status we are calling the status method of this on state, which says on, right? Okay, and we are mentioning the brightness here. Now how this will work in the main method, how we are creating the device, how we are changing it, let's see. Okay, so we have covered the main function till here. We are creating the room, right? This is the main method. Basically the whole code I will provide you, I will provide the link in the description. Okay, so here is the room, the kitchen. We are adding the devices light and thermostat. If you see here, for the kitchen we are having this light, we are having thermostat. For the living room, we are having light, we are having camera, not thermostat. Okay, same thing we have done here. For the living room, we have created light and the security camera. Okay, so in the rooms, there is a room section, there is a list of rooms. We will add these rooms. Okay, kitchen and the living room we have added in the list of rooms. Now there is one more list view. Okay, that will be the list of the rooms. If you see here, this is the list of the rooms, right? Kitchen and living room. So we are adding them in the list view, and this is the layout. Basically we are creating the box for the room. Okay, and we are setting the padding, the spacing, everything is there. This left pan is for the rooms, the right one is for the devices and the event. Okay, and the notification box. So that's what we are creating here, right? And root.set left, root.set these are basically the UI part. Okay, and this is the event logic. Okay, so what we are doing here, see, we are adding the listener. If anything will change, it will call this method. Okay, so list view, room list view, and add the listeners, the old value, the new value. Okay, and it will call this method show devices new value. In the show devices, if you see, here is the device box. Okay, the room name is there. Basically we will be calling with the room name. See, if you see here, for each room we are having this, right? The light and the thermostat. For living room we are having light and the camera. So for each room we are having the different set of what? Set of devices, correct? So this is the function for that only. Okay, so same here, we are having the device box and we are checking what? The devices for the room. Okay, so it will get the devices. See how we are getting the devices. Current room, if we call this method, let's say for the kitchen. Okay, so then the kitchen dot get devices, it's a room get devices. It will show the list of devices, right? If you see in the main method, for the kitchen we have added light and the thermostat, correct? It will get the devices, and we are using the for loop, means we will traverse each one of them. And see here we are having the logic for this light, for this thermostat, for the light. If it is the light, what we are having? We are having the buttons, button, turn on, turn off. Basically this is the part of UI. For light we should have a different UI. For thermostat we should have a different UI, correct? Because brightness is there, temperature is there. For security we should have a different UI because they all are having the different properties, correct? Here we are having the brightness, here we are having the temperature. Okay, we are using spinner here, we are using slider here, and here we are using the label, the button for taking the snapshot, right? So this is basically the part of UI. So this part was important, how we are getting the list of devices, okay, from here. So this was the part of UI. After that, what we are doing? We are having this method add notify. If you see here, let's say here we are having the brightness, okay, slider for the brightness, and we are getting the brightness. Okay, for showing the current brightness we are having this L dot get brightness. If you see the class of this light, in the brightness what we are having, this brightness, sorry, in the get brightness we are simply returning the brightness, correct? That's what we are printing here. Great. Okay, in the slider. After that we are having the label for the brightness, same. Okay, if you see in the UI we are having this label 50%, correct? After that, this is the main thing, on button. Let's say this is the on button. Okay, if we click it, This is the lambda expression as Among said. Okay, we should qualify, we should call this add notify method. Okay, after changing it, let's say we are turning it on, we are clicking on the on, so it will call this on method first. Okay, these are basically the things it should do after pressing this button. Okay, so first thing it will do what? It will call the turn on method in the light. Okay, L dot turn on. What we are doing in the turn on? We are changing the state. We are having now on state method, and we are adding the event. Adding the event what? Light turned on, right? After that, we call this turn on. Now we get the object of this on state, and we are having some event, right? So here we are having the status dot set text. It will get the status, right? L dot get status. If we see here, get status is what? It is getting the status. It will return on because it is the type of on state, and the brightness, right? And the brightness. So the on plus brightness and the brightness level, correct? So in the status, so we are setting the text status on and the brightness level. After that, it's calling this notify with the L, the device, right? Add notify the device. So let's see what we are calling in the add notify. See, we are passing the device here in the add notify notif, correct? In this we are having this notification area, right? This one, correct? What we are doing? Device dot get location. It will get the location. If you see here, we are having the kitchen first. Okay, kitchen first means the light belongs to the kitchen or the living room. Okay, it will get the location of the device, then it will get the name of the device and the last event. Okay, the last event was, what is the last event? In the add event is in the device. See here, in the add event we are setting the event as the last event, right? Last event. So what we are doing here, we are printing the last event only. Okay, so we will get what? If you change the brightness, we are getting living room, the location, the main light, the name of the device, and the status, the event, the light turned on, correct? So this is how we will get the notification, and this is how we are getting the things from the device, and we are setting the properties to the device. Okay, now what is the second thing? Light is there, then thermostat is there, security camera. Now we can have the logic for this thermostat and the camera. See here we are having the brightness as the unique property. For thermostat we will be having the temperature, right, for the unique property, and all of these. Let's see the code of this thermostat. This is the code. We are having the temperature, correct? Then the same thing, constructor, we are calling the constructor of the device, the parent class. And the methods turn on, turn off, same thing we are having here. Get temperature, returning simple temperature. Set temperature, we are setting the temperature, this temperature equal to temp, and we are adding the event. Okay, the last event, the value for this will be the last event in what? The parent class, right? So this is the single variable. At each time the value will get changed, right? So we got a last event each time. So this is how we will get the event after changing each of them, right? So in the get status, we will simply get the status and the temperature, same as the light. Now the third one, the last one is this camera is there, right? And this, the unique property is snapshot. Okay, we can take the snapshot. The constructor will be same, turn on, turn off will be same. Now the snapshot, we are taking the snapshot and setting the value that we have taken the snapshot. the name of the device, and the location in which room, and we will add the notification. That's it. This is the getter for the snapshot. This is the getter for the status, right? So that's it. If we turn on this, we will get this notification, right? This camera turned on. After that, let's say take the snapshot, it will say snapshot taken, right? And it will also tell the location, living room. So that's it. We have covered each and everything here, correct? Yes, we have covered each and everything here. Now if we want to add a new thing, let's say fan we want to add, so we can simply add in the device, let's say new Java class fan. Okay, finish. We are having the fan. Now let's say we are copying this devices and this fan. Okay, so change it to fan. Other thing will be same. Let's say speed is there. Okay, unique properties, speed, get speed. Here it will be speed. Okay, here it will be speed set to value this one, speed set to speed, correct? Okay, so this is the simple implementation of fan. How easily we can implement a new device, correct? Now we need to change in the main method also. Let's say for the kitchen we have added a fan also. New fan, import this kitchen fan. The location will be kitchen only. Okay, and what else we should have here we need to put the logic for the fan also. For the instance of fan, if D is the instance of fan, then what we should have, the button on off will be same, the slider will be same. Here we should have get speed. Why it's showing, acha, we are creating fan speed. What else, get status, add notify. Others thing will be same, or what else we need to change? That's it. Let's try it. See, we are having the fan also. Now we are having the fan also. This is our fan, this last one. Okay, if we turn it on, we are having kitchen fan, light turned on. Okay, so we need to change this also. Okay, from where, brightness is speed, status, light. I think in the device or not device, the fan, where is fan? Light turned on. Here we should have fan turned on, right? That's it. Stop this, start this again. Now we are having the fan, right? Let's turn it on. Turn on. Kitchen fan turned on, right? Turned off, turned on. Let's say speed is increased to 81%, speed is decreased to 18%. So this is the simple example of adding a new device to a room, right? Correct. And we can simply add a new room also. Let's say how we can create a new room. Just here we are having kitchen. Let's copy this kitchen and create what? Let's create what we can create? Lobby, right? Copy this, paste. What else? Paste and paste it here, paste it here, add it in the rooms, paste it here, right? That's it. See, if we run it again, we are not having, why we are not having this room dot add. Acha, we need to add it in the in this also. That's it. Run it again. See, now we are having lobby also, right? If we click here, we are having lobby lights, we are having lobby thermostat, lobby fan, right? If we turn it on, we are getting the triggers, we are getting the notification, right? So this is the benefit of applying the principles, applying the solid principles, applying the patterns, design patterns, right? So if you show this project in your resume and run it in front of your interviewer and try to add new thing in these 3 simple steps, interviewer will be happy. Okay, so this is the benefit of solid principles and the design patterns. He will be happy for sure. Okay, so that's it for today. And one more thing, for running this you need to add one more thing. See here, if you go to the project, run as, run configuration, here you will be finding your class, the main class. Okay, then go to arguments, then in the VM argument you need to add this. Okay, the path of your the SDK, basically the JavaFX SDK which you downloaded, the path of lib folder. Okay, that's it. Apply and run. Okay, so the code for this you will get in the description, the GitHub link I will provide you. Okay, so that's it for today.